Welcome! I probably shouldn't do that. So, what do you think of my traditional Moroccan outfit? Does it suit me? First of all, sharpen your knife. I look fairly dangerous doing this, don't I? I use a global knife and the sharpener is global as well. What you need, I have a little bit of cinnamon, maybe half a teaspoon of cinnamon, about 2 teaspoons of ras al hanout, I'll get back to that in a minute, about 3 teaspoons of cumin and about the same of turmeric. There's probably about maybe 20 peppercorns here, maybe a half of cardamon pods. Okay, I've 1 onion, 7 garlic cloves, 2 carrots. You could use courgettes, you could use any kind of root vegetable. I have carrots, so carrots will do. Preserved lemons are preferable, but I don't have preserved lemons. So I have a 3/4 used lemon. And I have 1 pepper. So I got this brought home from Morocco. Oh yeah, sorry. I should start with Yaz is half Moroccan. Her dad is Moroccan, her mum is Irish. Anytime I'm over in Morocco, I look at what her aunties and her nan does in the kitchen. But also her dad actually taught me how to make a tagine. This vessel here is a tagine. The dish isn't a tagine. People think that there's a hole here that steam comes out. That's not true. It's completely sealed. What I want to do with the pestle and mortar is ground up the cardamom pods and the black pepper. So I find that Irish people under season food or underestimate how much you actually need spice wise and seasoning wise to make a good dish. You need to pack this full of flavour, and this is why I have so much spices here. You just have to grind this to kind of a powder. Okay, there's probably 2 teaspoons full in there. So a lot of people think that Moroccan food is spicy, but there's no actual spicy stuff in there. It's just spices, but it's not spicy. It's not like, it doesn't burn your mouth. Olive oil is really important. So I just got this super value extra virgin olive oil. So basically what you want is, it's kind of like a stew in a way, where you want kind of big chunks that it's not just gonna wilt to nothing. So what I'm going to do is just cut them into quarters, like so. Kind of just want chunks. You could cut them anyway, but presentation is big in Morocco as well. When you come to a table with this and then all of a sudden, so yeah, I'm just cutting them into quarters. And if there's Moroccans looking at this and I'm doing something wrong, well, I'm Irish. Okay, I'm gonna kind of leave them in fairly big chunks, about this size. One of the nicest cuisines out there, I would think, is Moroccan food. And a lot of people don't know about Moroccan food, but it is absolutely unbelievable. With the onion, you kind of have to cut it kind of small because this has to just sweat down and it becomes a part of the sauce rather than being a vegetable that you eat. Now you can actually use it as a vegetable, as a centerpiece, like the carrots and peppers, but I think there's enough onion here. So I'm cutting this quite small at the moment. What do chefs do actually when like the onion starts going everywhere on the chopping board? Like how do you stop that from happening? Okay, I'm gonna prep the poulet, which is chicken. I'm using the wrong knife actually. A very important tip is that you actually need to have it on the bone. So you if you're not using a whole chicken, then get something that's on the bone, like chicken breasts on the bone or chicken thighs or something, because you need to have the flavor coming out of the bone. And if you have just the flesh itself, it just gets too dry. Okay, I just put olive oil in it. the spices and then throw them all in. You'll have a lot of spices left over, so what you should do is put them, when the onions are all sauteed down and softened, then put the spices that are in here into the actual onions. But just make sure this is well covered. You can see the amount of spices that I'm using here. Don't be afraid. More spices means more flavour. And then what I'm going to do is squeeze the lemon that I have. This is going to create a paste of excellence. Jamie Oliver has it easy, I tell you that. He doesn't have to start looking to see if all the camera angles are alright. This paste will go back into the onions. You need to use all your senses when you're cooking. Like, you need to listen to the onions. They start frying. Look at my hands. When they start frying and start like popping, the heat's too high. It needs to just be a little kind of bubble. Okay, the onions are cooking away and I need a wooden spoon. Put the lid on. When the steam comes up and the flavour comes up, then it drips back down into the onions, so the onions stay flavourful, if you get me. It's been about 10 minutes. The onions are starting to become nice and translucent, and at this stage now, you want to add the spices, the spice mix that I showed you. Okay, just mix all that around. At this stage, because everything is now done, or as in the onions are done, and now the flavours of the spices have released, I'm gonna put the chicken in. Okay, so just coat everything now. Coat all the chicken in the onions. Get everything going. I have a cup of water. Let's see what it's like. You don't need stock because there's too much. There's a lot of flavour in everything at the moment, so you don't use stock. What I'm gonna do is actually put the lemon that I squeezed in. I'm gonna put that in just on the side. Now, put the lid on. I look mad in this. All you have to do now is just reduce the heat a little bit and then just let it do its thing for... I'll check on it after half an hour because I still have to put all the root vegetables into it. So come back after half an hour and you'll see what it's like. It's been on for 23 minutes. I'm gonna have a look now. So you can tell the chicken seems like it. I think I could actually add in the vegetables now. I actually didn't show you this part, but I added more water in after about 10 minutes because you needed the steam and it wasn't really steaming, it was starting to fry. So I have all the vegetables already prepped, as you saw. What you need to do is start to present it. So you want right now, you want to present it as if it was going to the table right now, because you don't want to start messing around with it when it's nearly done. Moroccans take time to actually present things nicely. I think in Ireland it's just like, oh, just throw it on, it'd be grand. I don't think there's a specific way to present it. I think it's just whatever looks nice. Put the lid back on. Hopefully it fits. There we go. I'll probably leave that for 15-20 minutes maybe. I actually forgot something. Olives. So just place them around. It kind of adds a bit of a saltiness. And then just put the juices from the olive. Place the lid back on and let it do its thing for another while. Right, that was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it? So what you want to do now is just get all the juices from the bottom and just baste all the vegetables and the chicken as well. I want to taste this as well to see if I need to adjust anything. That's pretty good. I think there needs to be a little bit more salt, but I think the olives will need to do more of a job. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's not cooked by a Moroccan though, that's the only thing. So I've turned the heat off and I'm gonna put this back on and then take it off the stove. Oh God. And take it off the stove. So, do you know when you get out of a bath and when you sit down you just go, and everything just relaxes. Even the noise of that, actually. So yeah, you get out of the bath and you just go. That's what you want to happen with the chicken and the veg. Leave that for about 10 minutes or so. It's gonna stay hot in this. This is an oven itself. And the bread is equally as important. Now the bread over in Ireland it's a bit crap. Cuisine de France, you need to up your game because it's not Cuisine de France, it's like Cuisine de Irlande. So if you're in Ireland, what you need to do is get the baguettes that are nearly almost burnt or overdone, because this is used as a utensil and you use this to dip it into the sauce, so it's going to become soft anyway. I'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. I'm eating by myself. I actually just realised I cooked the whole tagine and I'm eating by myself. Which is kind of good, I suppose. I get to eat more. I've given it enough time to just relax and just kind of using the bread as a utensil. And the trick is not to get too much because well, you'll be double dipping them. Oh my god. So this is Yaz's dad's recipe. That is good. The thing is, it's so nice that you don't know when to stop. The only thing that's annoying about this is that when you finish, your hands are so yellow.